Joe, me gotta go, me oh my oh. Me gotta go pull the P-road down the bayou. My Yvonne, the sweetest one, me oh my oh. Hey YouTubers. Today I'm not in the swamp again. I've been too busy to get out to go hiking, so I'm close to home. And if you hear any noise, it's the airboats out on the lake. Today's bootleg swamp talk, I guess I should call this lake talk. His favorite cookbooks. Those of you who watch my channel know I like to cook fancy. I don't do the pork and bean thing or even the freeze-dried stuff unless I absolutely have to. I like to really eat gourmet when I'm out camping, so I just decided I'd share some of my favorite cookbooks with you. I'm lucky today. I don't have to cook. The wife's cooking Midwestern style black beans and rice, so it's good stuff. Maybe one day I'll have that out on the trail because that's one of my favorites. So while she's cooking, I'm out here and I'm gonna go over some of my favorite cookbooks. First one here is the Gasparilla Cookbook. Well, you can really hear those airboats, but this is a west coast of Florida cookbook. It's people that live in the west coast of Florida and central Florida, and it's a collection of all their favorite recipes. So it's heavy on some of the seafood that is unique to this region of Florida, like grouper and snapper and coquina soup and things like that. So it's a great cookbook, the Gasparilla Cookbook. One of my favorites, my mom gave me this one, The Joy of Cooking. This is a classic. Many of you know of this one. I get a lot of great recipes from this. My favorite recipe from this is one of my favorite meals ever. It's my son's favorite meal. It's chicken paprika. This is just it needs to be in every house. It's a go-to type of cookbook. It's good stuff. The next one is kind of special to me because this was given to me. I didn't cook a lot until I met my wife and her dad particularly, but also her mom was a good cook too. But her dad loved to cook, and her brother-in-law is an awesome cook who is known as the Swamp Camper, so you're familiar with the Swamp Camper. First year we got married, first Christmas we got married, they gave me Dad's own cookbook. And this is really where I learned the basics of how to cook. It's really good. It's a great gift to give to a newlywed couple, I think, because it has all of the ideas. I learned so much, and this has the best Thanksgiving turkey recipe. I use it every year. It's full of knowledge about everything. It's a great book. Dad's own cookbook. I think there's a new edition. It's yellow instead of blue because I've gotten it as gifts a lot because to newlyweds or new dads even. It's a great book. It just teaches you the basics of cooking, but it also has some really, really good recipes in it as well. One of my favorite cuisines is Japanese cuisine, and this thing is just pure artistry. Japanese cooking, a simple art. I love this. I've gotten a lot of recipes that are just not only delicious but visually beautiful as well. It's a great book. It's pretty big, as you can see, but this is, to me, the go-to Japanese fare cookbook, so I highly suggest this one. The next one, a lot of you people my age may be familiar with it, because this was a legend on public broadcasting, and I've got to open this one up because the cover is kind of plain, is Justin Wilson's Gourmet Gourmand Cookbook. He's out of the swamps of Louisiana, so he's right down my alley. If you've never seen him, I would go on YouTube and check out some of his cooking channels. He had a long-running cooking show on PBS. He was famous for saying, "I guarantee," and always having a big glass of red wine whenever he cooked. But there's some great recipes in this book too. This one here, again, there's not much on the cover, And the last one is really interesting. It's almost philosophical and artistic at the same time. It's the famous James Beard's Outdoor Cooking. It's just beautiful. Just not only for the meals, but the beautiful illustrations that he has in this book. Great recipes, amazing sauces, and just history of food. And again, art and philosophy. It's a great book. So if you could ever get a hand on this one here, James Beard's Outdoor Cooking. Those are my favorite cookbooks. There's a few others that are really good too, that I really like. I don't know if you can hear me with all the airboats, but check out some of these cookbooks because you will definitely not be disappointed. And that's today's Bootleg Swamp Talk from the lake.